Good afternoon. Welcome to this first round of the high school playoffs. Smiling Lions for the visitors, Pinkerton. On the fence, number 19, Justin Howard. On the fence, number 13, Dylan Jankowski. Left wing, number 16, Jack Crow. Right wing, number 18, Gavin Burrell. At center, number 10, Joe Phillips. And in goal, number 30, Tommy Richards. For the home team, Manchester. On the fence, number 17, Lucas Hayes. On the fence, number 13, Matt Tripp. Left wing, number 24, Johnny Masur. Right wing, number 2, Ryan Martin. At center, number 3, Joey Velez. And in goal, number 35, Ken Owens. Refereeing this afternoon's game, Mr. Chuck Sisson and Mr. Lance Laverty.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to the JFK Memorial Coliseum for this afternoon's playoff contest, the first of Division I boys hockey between the Astros of Pinkerton and the Kings of Manchester. Zach Johnston, Kyle Heavey from Manchester Public Television, ready to go. Face-off will come between Velez and Joseph Phillips. Ladies and gentlemen, it's packed. And the game is on. The chase for the state championship is underway as the puck is sent down into the Astro zone. This is going to be one heck of a game here, Kyle, as the puck gets sent into orbit. Lucas Tafe playing on defense with maybe his first time this season with the absence of Tyler Canton out with a hand injury here for Manchester.
Yeah, had surgery on his knuckle on Monday, has some pins in his hand right now to try to get things back. He got a puck to the hand in the season finale versus Londonderry on Saturday, so hoping for the best for him. And we got the Lancers that are up here in the crowd for this game, and they're obviously looking to see who their opponent will be in Saturday's night matchup.
Londonderry awaits. Like you said, the winner of this game will face the number 2 Lancers, and the Kings dropped their last game to them 3-1, and they'd look to get revenge if they can get a win here. Tessier trying to get the puck towards the zone. Loose in the slot, and a save, and it's kicked away. Loose puck retained there by the Astros. And a chance early for the freshman Tessier, and now he'll get another one.
Yeah,
throwing it down.
Thomas Richards is going to have to play his best game of the year, obviously, to keep things going for this Astros squad, as he gave up 1 goal in the game earlier in this season when
and it was to Canton.
And it was a big setup by Lucas to get that game winner. And now today we're looking to see what's going to happen, if it's going to be another 1-0 game or if we're going to have more, Zach.
Could certainly be here. However, it would be a shock to me if Pinkerton ends up coming out of here with only giving up 1 goal, as they've given up 26 in their last 5. That averages 5 goals a game in their last 5. They gave up 7 to Concord, 6 to Salem, just 1 to Keene, 7 to Hanover, and 5 to Windham. So their defense is going to have to step up here if they want to take down the Kings here.
Very late whistle there.
Very late whistle, yes. Face-off won by Pinkerton, trying to get it out of their zone. Behind the net, and it gets moved up. Cross pass now with a step. Turned away by Velez, loose puck. They're going to try to get it away. Here come the Kings, and an odd man rush. Brought up by Tafe, bringing it towards the net. Picked out behind around the boards.
Only so much you can do there is good defensive work by the Astros.
Trying to set one up down low, but they couldn't get it to Cam Provencher. Keeping it in is Tafe. Pinkerton looking to get it out, and they do. They flick it down. Tripp will go down to get the puck. We'll mention the goalies again. The ever so reliable Cam Velez back in between the pipes for Manchester. Tommy Richards takes the goal for Pinkerton.
Yeah, Cam was working out for some time, getting everything all stretched up and making sure that he was going to be ready for this game, and he looks good so far as an icing there. But
Lassard line will take over. Manchester trying to keep the puck in their zone. Lassard will try to pester there. That was gloved there by Connor Cunningham. Behind the net, and it gets sent back by Dylan Clifford. Manchester trying to keep it in their zone now. Turned over and sent up ice.
And I think my secret to the game might be Owen Flynn for Manchester. I think a lot is expected from this sophomore to really get things going, and we'll see if he can make something happen here, get a nice apple or something like that later on.
Tried to set it out, kept in. It gets blocked out in front. Loose puck sent towards the blocker side. Kept in here. Manchester holding the offensive possession so far. Fighting for the puck. A lot of scrappiness coming out here. Martin from behind towards the net. Kicked away there by Richards. And down and dumped, and Tafe will chase an icing call. No icing.
No icing. It seemed like Lucas had a little bit of a step that could have gotten that, and he was not able to, or he was able to get to it, but the icing had been waved off. And now for the Astros, they're getting the puck deep down in the zone and see if they can make something happen.
Pinkerton, I believe, still has not taken a shot on Cam Velez. They get a chance now, and it gets broken up. Loose puck. Manchester prevailing on defense again. Here comes Tafe. A drive and a save made by Richards. He wound it up and really let it go there, Kyle.
Yeah, you know what? If you got a bunch of defensemen in your way, you know that you have a rocket of a shot. Why not give it a chance? And that's exactly what Tafe did there. And we get a face-off here with 11:09 left in the first.
Lassard line back out. He wins the draw. Tied up, and now Pinkerton will send it down on the boards. Tripp dumps it back, but it gets picked up there by Zach Baker, the son of Jeremy Baker, head coach of this Kings team.
Certainly going to be an interesting dinner tonight, depending how this game goes.
I gotta say, I agree with you. And it's turned away there by Richards.
Certainly knows his strengths and weaknesses, for sure, being a father and teaching him a lot of the tricks. But again, it's a team game. It's not just one individual.
Yeah, you're correct.
It's about a coaching staff to make things happen. And shout out to a lot of the guys, and Ken Roberge, Matt Tafe, as well as Eric Fisher
on the staff. And Pinkerton is coached by Jonathan Shabbat and Jim Fletcher.
And can't forget about Max Campbell out there as the assistant as well.
Sent over. Tried to get it in stride to Cade Tripp, but it'll go icing.
It was a good idea, just not a lack of execution to make that happen, as Cade was trying to get into the zone, and that puck went just blistering by him, and it goes for a icing here. And now with 10:04 remaining,
our refs are Chuck Sisson and Lance Leverriere. Big hit there by Ryan Martin, trying to set the tone. And now he'll chase the puck, but it'll go icing.
And not much appreciation there was number 13 in Dylan Jankowski, who was on the wrong side of that collision there. So we'll see if Dylan can have any payback there, as a faceoff will come back in the zone. And
Manchester wins the draw. Here comes Martin bringing. He has Natsora on his side, but decides to dump it. Johnny, a freshman, back on that first line, the starting line for Manchester. One of the fastest skaters on the team. And as a freshman is big now, thrown towards the net by Joey Velez. Pinkerton will have a chance now. Their captain will bring it down the ice. They are captained by Ronan Connors.
This is an offsides, delayed, and thankfully he was able to see that he needed to get back. And now stolen.
And a kick save and a beauty by Cam Velez. And a chance there was Preston Libby. Redirected, save, loose puck will get turned away. Manchester playing great defense here. Some of the biggest chances for Pinkerton so far. They haven't had a lot of chance to establish offense.
Just barely hits the glass. It would have gone into the stands if it had been another 5 inches higher. And that had some velocity on that, so.
Trying to fight for possession. And here comes Manchester. Looking to get something going again. It's Ty Adams who will send it down. Picking it up will be Cade Tripp, trying to throw it out in front and then hits a guy. Sort of a two-way player is Cade Tripp, his brother being Mac Tripp. Cade having height advantage, but playing forward is definitely going to be a defensive type forward. I can totally see that happening here. Tripp takes one, and it gets deflected out in front. He'll get the puck back. Tripp shoots one, deflected. They can't find it. It gets gloved by Richards. The Pinkerton bench will appreciate the glove work there from their senior goaltender.
And I got to give some shout-outs right there to William Ivers, who was able to block both of Mac's attempts there. And now a face-off here to the right of Richards.
The junior forward, Ivers, putting his body out on the line, and it's going to be a hard task to do with anybody, especially with Mac Tripp shooting the puck. Not Tessier, that is Owen Flynn trying to get the puck back, and it'll trickle into the neutral zone, get dumped down by Tafe. Tafe is an all-around player. I'm sure he had no qualms to be playing defense here in Tyler Canton's absence, as he'll drive the puck down and it'll get directed. Kings will get to have a change. Fresh legs out on the ice, including one of the faster skaters on the team, Frank Tessier. So they have a real fast freshman duo of Tessier and Nosora do the Kings. Great future for this 7-seeded squad hosting a playoff game here in round number 1.
Yeah, 9-9 on the season, so 500 is something that we have not heard playoffs in Manchester hockey in some time.
Nearly turned over, but Tessier will send the puck across. Nice pass to Tafe. Tafe looking for something here, and Richards will use his trapper yet again. We saw Manchester have a really offensive first period in the Londonderry game and not get any goals, and then the tides turned for the rest of the game. Londonderry was able to come away with a 3-1 win. What do you think they have to do to not have history repeat itself in this one?
Get more quality shots on net, and what we've been able to see is Manchester has made a couple mistakes that has allowed Pinkerton to get some quality shots, and it's just a matter of getting it past Velez, and that's going to be the key for Pinkerton, is to do better, I guess, in some ways, to get some shots. Is again, they're just dumping it down, and it's giving Manchester icing calls or just ability to go the other way.
Well, we'll have another face-off coming inside the Pinkerton zone. No score here, 7:08, round 1, first game of the first round. Kings, Astros, Zach Johnston, Kyle Heavey from Manchester Public Television, giving you coverage of high school hockey, as we'll have a face-off yet again inside the Pinkerton zone now, and the puck will get dumped but kept in there by Johnny Nosora, and it'll go down the boards. Fighting for possession now, it's taken. An open man, Nosora, and he'll shoot it right on Richards. Another save for the senior goalkeeper.
Right there, though, you're going to give a lot of confidence to Pinkerton with another quality save right there by Richards. And from Manchester, you don't get too frustrated with not being able to get on the board yet. You're getting quality shots. You just got to keep aiming in different spots, and eventually he's not going to be in the right spot.
I know this coaching staff knows what their issue was in their last game against Londonderry, and it's looking very similar to that. They said this time, if they can get on the scoreboard before the period ends, it'll help them immensely. That's now Pinkerton will hold it and try to get something going for them offensively, which they haven't really been able to do. And breaking up that attempted chance there was Connor Cunningham, but the puck will end up its way inside Pinkerton's zone. Manchester's zone, but Pinkerton's offensive zone.
Zach, it's kind of funny to see that, again, the 1-0 victory by Manchester. If they had switched spots in that game, they would be in a different spot, and they would actually be for a home game for Pinkerton, as they would have switched positions. And we got our first penalty of the game, Zach.
Tripped up on the play, and that'll be a penalty. It'll be a hook, rather, as we will see
Jeremy Baker's son.
Yeah, that's going to hurt. Zach Baker will head to the box, and we'll see the Kings. First power play of the game will go to Manchester. They got to find a way to get on the board here, Kyle, so they don't repeat what they did against Londonderry. Well, we'll have Lassard take the draw, and he has McLaughlin to his right. He has Tafe on the back on the blue line as well, with Tripp sending it over to Tafe. They can get any of these guys in open space. It'll be tough for Pinkerton to try to defend it. Down low, it's back to Tafe. Wristed. Loose puck, and keeping it in there is Tessier. Tessier trying to wrap it around. Sending it back over. It's Lassard. Open man Tripp shoots one, and a save made there. Dumped down. What a game so far for Tommy Richards.
He seems to be really feeling the energy here, as again, he's only given up 1 goal to this Manchester team. So
here comes Tafe, and he goes down. You could say Cam Velez, however, has not given up a goal to this Pinkerton team.
That's a fact, too. As
behind the net, Tessier trying to get an open space, and it's broken up by William Ivers doing it again.
Ryan Martin was sitting right there.
Velez, wristed. I don't see it. Where is it? It's back out to Tripp. Wristed. It'll go wide, and the loose puck. It was a juicy rebound, but no one home. William Ivers able to find the puck again. Here comes Tafe after making a man fall. Tafe looking. Going back to the backhand, trying to lift it on net, and it ends up hitting off the side of the net. So a break there for Pinkerton. Puck can't get dumped. Velez keeps it in, redirected into the body of Thomas Richards.
Wow, Lucas just did a great job of changing that direction of the puck, and he will come off the ice pretty exhausted right there, as he had been out there for 1 minute and 18 seconds of that power play. And now we'll get a chance to see what McLaughlin back out there.
They're keeping Velez out.
Connor Cunningham now back on defense.
And we'll see a face-off. It's won by Lessard. Puck picked up by the Kings. Shot turned away wide by Andrew McLaughlin's stick. Trying to get the puck in the zone, and they do. Tripp tried to feed it over. Shot. Oh, and he just missed it. Velez down low, loose puck, and the trapper on it. Richards, what a game and what a period so far for the Pinkerton netminder. He's stopped many of chances for Manchester, especially on this power play. We're still zip-zip.
And Justin Howell, the sophomore defenseman, made a great stop there on one of Ryan Martin's shots, and that changed things as well. And Velez was kind of weird to have 2 Astros beneath him as they were laying on the ground and as Joey was standing, and he will pass that puck back to Cunningham, and now we'll see what we can do.
Joey sending it back, a drive and a sort of a whiff there from Connor Cunningham, and the smart move by Michael Saab will dump it down. Maybe one more rush here for Manchester. They got 10 seconds left on the hooking penalty on Zach Baker. A nice pass towards the boards, and it gets sent high up out of play and into the stands, luckily hitting no one, and will be thrown back out from a spectator.
Man, business and pleasure at the same time for that gentleman, throwing the puck back out on the ice while still remaining on the sideline. Now he ends his call.
So center ice face-off. 5 seconds left on the man advantage. Baker ready to come out of the box. And
Cunningham will get it.
Pinkerton at full strength. Cunningham with the puck. Sending it up Velez. A nice pass over to Nasora. A dump and chase as Richards won't go for it. It gets sent over Velez. Wristed wide off of the boards. Nasora going forward as well as Ty Adams. Nasora will send it over. Not knowing where the puck is, there's Ryan Martin. And now a pin puck. It's picked up now by Ronan Connors, the captain of this Pinkerton team. Moved up by Libby. Here comes Preston Libby. Full steam ahead. Will send it over towards Velez, and he will cover. So not a lot of shots on Cam Velez, and what we saw, like we did in the Londonderry game, not a lot of shots can leave a goalie dry and cold, and you don't want to leave him out and give up a fast break, and all of a sudden Cam Velez might give something up. They don't want to have that happen again. That's offside. No, maybe not.
It kept in there. It just was on the back side of the blue.
It looked close there, but the call, I'm sure, is correct, as Tessier will whip it towards Lessard, who will take it off the deflection from the boards. Behind the net, Lessard looking for something now, and he gets, will send it back towards around behind the net. Wrap around chance, loose puck, where is it? Astros on it. And another break there. And here is a broken up chance, a drive that gets turned away wide. 2:55 left, period number 1. Astros, Kings, knotted up 0-0. Pinkerton and Manchester in round 1, game 1 of the 2024 Division I Boys Hockey Tournament for the state championship. Adams. Nothing going there, he gets it back.
That was a nice pass with your opponent.
It was. Off of the stick of Cade Tripp, and it gets collected there by Dylan Sikoski, and it's sent back. Tafe off the boards, away from Cade Tripp. And now it's brought up by Libby. Libby, a nice skater. Preston Libby trying to make it happen, but is turned away there by Owen Flynn. Chance for Pinkerton. Nothing. Loose puck. Where is it? It gets turned away by Cam Velez. Off the boards. That was the biggest chance I think Pinkerton's had.
Cam was expecting a snapper, gets deflected, and still had to make those saves. And a great job to keep this Goose Eggs up on the board.
Here comes Tafe. Winding up, and, well, it gets gloved and will stop play. 1:50 left here in period number 1. Still no score.
Very odd offsides right there. As that
It did.
would
So
not
that
have
was
gone in.
It was offside.
It was
not
offside.
On, okay.
So
man, that would have hurt if that ended up going in and they had to blow it back.
well, $1.50 to go.
A face-off one. Now Pinkerton will send it over. It gets picked up by Mac Tripp off the boards, and it goes off the stick of Ryan Martin. Clifford will send it over now. Loose puck. Here comes Joey Velez, and it's turned away again by Tommy Richards. Feed the hot hand has been Pinkerton letting their goalie do all the work, it seems. Centering pass. It goes nowhere, and will go on to the stick of Cam Velez. He'll drop it back for Lucas Tafe.
See if Cam can get an assist here. No, unfortunately, it's going to be a turnover.
Turned over now, going towards the puck. Joseph Phillips around behind the net. Fighting with him there, it was Joey Velez. Kept on side. Pinkerton has had much less of chances. 1 minute left to play here. Period number 1 nearly coming to an end. Pinkerton looking to get one last offensive rush now. Gavin Burwell with the puck on his stick. Doesn't get a shot off. Mac will send it off the boards and will glide its way over. Trapped and covered. 47 seconds left there by Tommy Richards.
Impressive that thing right there from Mac Tripp, because that counts as a shot on net, even though he hit it off the boards way down. Thankfully, he didn't go up with it, as that would have been right at us, Zach.
Yeah.
But he was able to get a shot on net. Now a face-off coming in the offensive zone from Manchester.
Lassard, I believe, is at the center dot. He wins the draw, and his shot goes pedaled away. He won that over Ronan Connors. Nearly keeping that in, but it would have been offsides with Ty Adams. Less than 40 seconds left. Lassard will dump it down. And now bringing it over, Shea Flinton will direct it off of the boards. A backhand pass gets broken up there by Tessier. Him and Ronan Connors hit the ground. Here comes Lassard. Wristing it. Rebound. Lassard nearly got to it, and he'll get to it again. Lassard, nothing there behind the net, and it gets picked up by Connors. Kept into the Manchester zone. Redirected. It'll go away. Seconds dying out here. We got 5 left here, period number 1. And bringing it, and a weird deflection will end period number 1. So no score, but a lot of offense for Manchester, getting a lot of shots on Thomas Richards, who has been real hot for Pinkerton, as Pinkerton has been in a goal-giving up stretch. Like we said, 26 goals in the last 5 games. I got to say, Richards standing on his head here in period number 1.
Yeah, he's big a part that there's a reason why there is no score yet in this contest. And Coach Baker and the Manchester squad are smiling right now, knowing that they've had some chances. It just has not gone their way yet. And for Pinkerton, they know that they've gotten lucky with resting on Richards. But time will tell what's going to happen here, and we still have 2 more periods to look at what's going to happen here, Zach.
We'll be back for period number 2. Zach Johnston and Kyle Havey from Manchester Public Television. Period 2 of the game 1 of round 1 boys hockey playoffs. We'll be back in a flash. Second period of action is almost underway here as the time ticks out on intermission. Zach Johnston and Kyle Havey from Manchester Public Television ready to give you coverage of yet another period of exciting play here. It is once again game 1 of the first round of the boys hockey Division 1 playoffs. Pinkerton versus Manchester, number 10 seeded Pinkerton versus number 7 seeded Manchester. The score is 0-0, even though Manchester had a very heavily offensive first period. Kyle, what does Manchester have to do to get over the hump?
Well, I gotta say, starting things off is it's some loud Adam Hood right here banging loudly for his teammates, and away we go. Some good news for Pinkerton, as Cale Gordon, who had been in a car accident before the game and was been waiting for the police and get everything squared away. He is
chance early. They nearly batted in, but yes,
he is back out here for the second period here. Not out there yet, but he is able to now suit up and get back out there.
Great to see, as that was an interesting moment, and I'm glad to see that he is A-OK and ready to go now. Around behind the net, Pinkerton trying to get more offense. Here's that was a struggle for them. We're going to have a penalty. It'll go on Manchester, so they'll start on the penalty kill.
And that's Lucas, and that's a big loss as he's actually been crucial on the penalty kills as well. And unfortunate penalty right there is, you know, we were hearing Coach Baker say, no one try to be a hero. If you get tired, get off the ice. And now to see that he has been called for tripping. And now with 14:27 to go in this period, just 33 seconds in, and now a 5-on-4 for the Astros.
It's got to hurt. I mean, a lot of momentum may have just been deflated there from their great first period. Breakaway chance. Velez walks in. He scores! Joey Velez, the captain on the penalty kill. How about that? Unbelievable. They've broken the hump there. They score, and it's 1-0 Manchester.
And they're going to come off the ice, and this is going to be a fun celebration right here on the bench as they love him so much. He's been such a big part of the offense over the past few years, and to be able to do that on the penalty kill just 6 seconds into the 5-on-4 and to score that is a huge thing right there for Manchester. Again, all it takes is a face-off win.
That is correct. Now, seeing Joey get that goal is so big, but now they got to hunker down here on the penalty kill. A chance gets redirected wide, and a chance now for Pinkerton, like I said, to get the equalizer and maybe get themselves back even.
And the crowd is very full here tonight.
Broken up, and it gets dumped down. A nice job there by Lassard.
And he immediately is going to come off. And collision there.
A drive that goes wide. Going for the puck, but unable to get the possession there. Cam Preventure. Up to Preston Libby. One of the faster skaters here on this Pinkerton team. Here comes Libby trying to get something going. Goes around coast to coast. Puck still on his stick. He can't get a shot off. Puck still down low. No one home there for Pinkerton. And a nice little dump there. Manchester gets out.
And Camden Proventure, great job just sending that down, and just 40 seconds left on this power play.
Up the ice is Zach Baker, and will go out of play.
Yeah, nice job right there by one of the Trinity players. I think that actually might be Braden Lebelzik, who's goaltender for Trinity. Obviously knows how to keep the puck in play, I guess.
Well, here comes Cale Gordon walking down towards the bench. Great to see him in good spirits and all A-OK. And he'll look to get out on the ice here. Here comes Joey again. Turned over in the neutral zone. And he'll get the puck back. Smart move would be to dump it, and he does. So that's got to be tough for Tommy Richards, having a great first period, and then they give up a breakaway on the power play. Here comes Joey again. And that goes off of the skates of Ryan Martin. Up ice comes John Barbarossa. My apologies there, as that will do it for the penalty on Tafe. In the neutral zone, Tripp throws it turned away there by Richards.
I mean, you could hear that from up here, how much power was put into that by Mack. And now on sides, and Manchester really trying to put the pressure on, and look at the mistake
Another
here by
turnover
Pinkerton.
Chance. Here comes Velez, wristed, loose puck, trying to go for it, wrap around, nothing going there as Ryan Martin tried to get it back, kept in by Tafe, sent it, great pass, Nasora save, Richards up in the air, he'll squeeze and freeze, 11:55 left in the second period. Kings get on the board first here, this playoff matchup, they lead 1-0.
And for Richards, I mean, he had to go left, he had to go right, he had to stay low, go high. It's a good job there, just keeping us a 1-0 deficit for Pinkerton. But for Manchester, they are feeling the energy here,
They
want to add another one.
Well, Tessier tried to dump it, and now Pinkerton will bring it up themselves. Here comes Joseph Phillips, and nice job fighting with him there was Andrew McLaughlin. Tafe off the boards. McLaughlin has it now, sends it over just out of reach of Lassard. Tessier there, and he collides. Lassard wraparound, chance, no one home. Tripp going for the puck, trying to keep it in, but it's chipped up ice now for Jack Crowell. Tries to make a move around Tafe, but that's not going to happen. Here comes Tafe.
3-on-2, Zach.
Tafey coming up, making it, drop pass back, chance for Manchester, blocked. Nice block there, Manchester keeping it in their zone. Wrist shot redirected, and that'll go turned away there by Richards.
Phenomenal job by Pinkerton's. I believe it was Cole Peterson.
Baker had a good block there, but Cole Peterson definitely could have done something there as well. But I did see 17 get down and make a good block. He also made a collision there with Tessier. Here's a chance for Pinkerton. A nice move, but then a hit there from Connor Cunningham to break it up. Manchester is using physicality to their advantage here in this period to break up potential offensive chances here for the Astros. A nice little check there. That's Cam Provencher, a freshman, a sophomore, having a big hit there.
Ronan Connors just got a welcome to Manchester moment.
Well, now up ice comes Barbarossa, and then laying down and breaking that up was Cunningham. Like a move you see in an NHL video game, diving down to block a shot. And now off the boards, and they score! They find the crack between the net and Velez. Preston Libby has scored, and we're back even.
That's just one of those that hit the perfect board to direct over to the other side, and Libby was able to just find a little bit of space on Velez, and now we have a tied-up game. What a fun first 4+ minutes here
Kyle,
of this second period.
this reminds me of how the 2010 Stanley Cup Finals ended with Patrick Kane scoring, and none of his teammates knew it was in, and the puck will go out of play, but Kane wrapped it around and found a crack in between the goaltender and the net, and that looked real similar to how Preston Libby has tied this one up here for Pinkerton.
Thankfully, the fans okay over there, as I know that was a kind of odd redirect off the glass to go over the glass, so...
Well, we are back even. 10:08 left here in period number 2. Astros 1, Kings 1. Preston Libby has tied this thing back up after a breakaway shorthanded goal from Joey Velez. He'll win the draw. And now taking it over is Velez. Velez kicked away by Richards. Would have been a juicy rebound there for Nasora, but he couldn't get to the puck in time.
Dylan Clifford there doing a great job and almost turned it over there.
Dumping it off the boards. That time was Dylan Jankowski. Going for the puck, and it's moved up now for Gavin Burwell, and it will be frozen by Cam Velez. 9:41 left.
Nice job by the sophomore. Just throw it at Velez, see what happens. Now it's a perfect time to have a line change for the Astros, get the face-off in their offensive zone, and Manchester, who are kind of on their heels right now after giving up that goal.
I would say on the heels is definitely a good way to put that, Kyle, as they look just a lot different than they did after they scored, but hey, they're back even. They're going to play the way they played in the first period now. Treat it like it's, not 0-0, but still the game you played in the first. It was a great period for them.
I mean, for Manchester, they haven't even scored with 5 players on the ice.
Yeah.
That's something that they got to work on here moving forward, unless they like to be on the penalty kill.
Yeah, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Lassard will send it down.
Smart move, trying to figure out how to get around Baker there by Lassard.
Dumped down there by Owen Flynn, and is moved back onto the stick of Drew Whiting.
And line change from Manchester, so now we'll see what Provencher and Cade Tripp can do.
Sent down, picked up by Provencher. Back onto the stick of Lucas Tafe, off the boards, and a drive. Uh-oh. That could have been bad, but it's offside. Took an unfortunate bounce. Luckily, the pad of Cam Velez was able to stop it.
I mean, he is just laughing at his dad right now, saying, yeah, remember how I used to do that in the backyard? It almost worked again, Dad.
Yeah. Well, we'll have a center ice draw. Jason Vijant wins the draw for Pinkerton. Puck is loose, going for it. And getting possession there was Ronan Connors for Pinkerton. Sent up, turned over. Kicked there by Dylan Clifford. Now trying to get something going here was Owen Flynn. Around behind the net's Cade Tripp. Tripp, can he sneak it in? No. And stoppage of play. Flynn hit the ice. And
I believe the net is off the moorings,
I was
Zach,
just about to
that's why we have a whistle.
Well, could have been worse. If that puck went in, they have to blow it dead. That would be a huge deflator. But a face-off coming inside Pinkerton zone. Velez looking to win yet another face-off. It's captain versus captain. Connors versus Velez.
And we're making sure he's all right here.
Yeah,
Something's up with
Richards'
his
neck
mask.
guard.
Is it low enough? I'm very intrigued to see what they have to say. I can't, obviously we don't have a referee mic'd up here, so we can't go with exactly what's going on here.
That'd be cool.
That would be very cool, but I know you're listening in to Jeremy Baker here, as now the referees are coming to discuss things about his mask. And
Oh, I'm pretty sure that they have a neck guard rule here in NHIAA. Goalies must wear some sort of protective neck protective neck protector. That makes a lot of sense on the goalie's mask. But
looks like we're going to let it go.
Seems to be A-okay. We'll have a draw, and it'll still be captain versus captain, Connors versus Velez. And now Pinkerton will bring it up. Full speed ahead comes Preston Libby doing it again. Libby, loose puck turned away, saved by the body of Velez.
Sent across, and
Nearly an open ice hit, and Tripp will go for the puck, sending it back down. Barbarossa. And now Tafe with it, throwing it off of Barbarossa down our near side far right corner. Off of the stick, loose puck, nothing goes there for Pinkerton. They can't get it, and now, that's not good. We got a flying stick. I don't even see whose stick it was. They must have gotten off the ice quickly. And now, here comes Jack Crowell, lost it, puck up high into the air, off of the stick of Velez, and now picked up by Mac Tripp.
we'll see if that stick comes into play with Pinkerton trying to get some offense, some pressure. But right now it's Manchester who's doing the work here. And
Lassard takes a hit there from Joseph Phillips. The puck going down, and luckily there for it is Connor Cunningham. It could have been a big breakaway chance for Gavin Burwell. We'll have an icing, get that stick off the ice. 7:02 left, period number 2. 1-1 tie game here, Manchester and Pinkerton.
I got to give Joey Phillips here some credit for Pinkerton. He is the one bringing the stick over here, as you can see, but he played a good role in that defensive play in the offensive zone for Manchester. And he'll be taking the face-off here and see what he can do.
The Joseph Phillips line back out. Jeez. I think they need to get some netting over there, Kyle, you think? I mean, this is happening a lot, and pucks come in hot and with a lot of little kids out. You can't have anything bad happen, but an old barn here in the JFK Memorial Coliseum. They got the netting protecting over on the length of the ice.
Certainly on the ends, yeah, it's a huge help right there. But yeah, we've been to a couple different rinks recently, including Tri-Town, where they have netting all around.
Right, could be something to think about. However, we'll focus more on the game than the construction of the building now. Chance for Manchester, directed high and wide off of the glass, frightening some of our spectators. And now a pinned puck, looking for something here. And Manchester will want to send it back out to the blue line, and they do. Adams, wow, stretching out to make that catch was Thomas Richards, and he will cover.
Yeah, Adams is going to take a seat on the bench here, wishing that he kind of got more velocity or snap on that, but he was not able to, and now it's going to be Owen Flynn taking the face-off along with Cade Tripp and Mr. Camden Provencher with Cade's brother Mac out here as well.
In the neutral zone, Tafe's got it, sends it up, and would have been offside actually was that potential call. Now Cade in the corner, and now picking it up is Barbarossa for Pinkerton. Off the boards, it's kept in, and they can't get a shot off. And now down the ice it goes, off the boards, wristed down, chasing it is Tafe. No stoppage. Now on his knees and throwing it over. A blocked shot. Stays on side for Pinkerton. 5:45 left in period number 2. Still 1-1 tie between Manchester and Pinkerton. Trying to get it back onto the forehand. Sent down. They're lucky they didn't turn it over there. And now A chance for Pinkerton to change.
Full change.
Nice pass off of the skate of Joey Velez. Pinkerton back with the puck. They've had a much better second period. Here's a chance now for Manchester. Wristed, turned away high, off of the glass.
Great attempt there by Martin, though. Got that puck off of a turnover, and he will look to light the lamp later on.
Dumped down, sent over into the Manchester zone. Picking it up here for the Kings is Connor Cunningham. Cunningham can't get it off his stick, and he will send it over to Ty Adams. A drive and a glove stop, and it gets sent back to Cunningham like every day's business. Now a long pass, gloved there by Martin, but again, not a lot of offensive chances here since the goal, Kyle, for Manchester. Whiffed shot there from Cunningham. And now a pass that goes off the stick of Ivers.
That's something that Cunningham has got to try to work on a little bit more, is not whiffing and really getting underneath the meat of the puck to send that towards net.
He's got a nice shot. I can totally see him having a much better shot even at that and controlling the puck.
I just think that he, as a junior, he's going to play a big role next year, and he's got to get that McAvoy type shot.
Wouldn't that be nice? A nice pass there for Pinkerton, and that goes off of the stick of Joey Velez and kept on sides. Good job by Frank Tessier. He'll send it around the boards, and it gets picked up by Jack Croa.
Now it seems like Manchester is just
getting a chance there, turned away, nothing there, still even at 1-1. Off of the stick there of Gavin Burwell. And now Manchester, Tafe off the boards, trying to pick up his own pass. He does. Here comes Tafe, down low, going around behind the net. Towards the net, the puck is behind. Lassard has it and dumps it. Pinkerton guy there, that's Zach Baker.
I don't know if someone might have yelled, back, but it's actually his opponent that...
Yeah, off the glass. Nice block there by Mac Tripp. High, and that could have been way worse there for Greatshirts. It came out of his trapper. Tafe off the boards, chasing for the puck there, Camp Prevention. Didn't really win the race as Baker was there. Kept in, it's been a brick wall for Mac Tripp, going to college to Salem State to play lacrosse. Off the glass, off of the stick now of Tafe.
It's been a great minute of action here for
Manchester. It really has been.
It's
been much better for Manchester in their offensive zone. Pestering towards the puck there is Camper Venture. He's had a strong game, the sophomore. And an overpass there to Libby. And now Tafe will have it. We'll send it over. It gets picked up there by Owen Flynn off the boards. Here comes Cade Tripp. Tripp trying to get an edge over on Ronan Connors. And the puck gets over to John Bear Barossa. Tripp with the puck. Back over to Tafe. He shoots it off his own guy. Kept on sides. Wister, loose puck. And they want a holding, and they won't get it, and I think that Owen Flynn was held there. He couldn't get the rebound.
100% was he held on to.
Man.
And we got a whistle for an offsides here as, just not a missed call right there.
That is tough as Cam Preventure looks a little hurt. He's had a great game so far. We hope he's okay.
He's just going to take a seat. And that was a long use of energy right there, and that shift there. So
a chance at Flynn that was served up to him real well, and was a little too much tugging there, but refs let him play. Nice pass to Nasora, but it goes off his stick, and it's now picked up by Justin Howell, and it's held there by Cam Velez. I took my eyes off the play for a second, and the puck was going towards. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, Ronan Connors, he's certainly got some speed and agility, so watch out what he can do on the face-off circle here.
Captain face-off again. It's won by Connors, and the puck goes off the glass. And a chance down low. Nothing there. Nasora with the puck now. Sending it up ice. Here comes Ryan Martin trying to make something happen. And now it's thrown off the glass, staying in play. Going for the puck. That time was Martin. And now Nasora back again. And a back pass that'll get retrieved here by Martin. Oh, over. Too much for Ty Adams. And Cam, a little hesitant there, giving me a little bit of a rush. And here comes Joey Velez. Full speed, he goes. Backhander. Save made. Here is a shot or an attempted pass, rather. I couldn't really see that happen. Now
1 minute to go.
Connor's got to get back, like you said. 1 minute less to play here in period number 2. And now it'll get dumped down. It'll get picked up by Ty Adams. We got a 1-1 score here, folks. Pinkerton and Manchester. It's been a thriller. Velez and Libby, the goal scorers, here in this one.
You know, for Velez, he only had 5 saves in that first period. It certainly has doubled, if not tripled, that here in the second. And for Richards, he had 14 saves in the first. I feel like that number has gone down. So both teams are,
It's now more balancing out more as the game, it's just been more balanced here in the second period. Wrist shot goes wide, although balanced in pace of play, as Manchester had a better first period, but neither team scored in period number 1. As period number 2 draws to a close, we have less than half a minute left. Off the glass, Manchester can't give anything up late. Here comes Tafe, bringing it up himself. Tafe with a nice little move. Puck is loose, and it goes just wide from Tessier. Tessier with the puck back wristed, turned away there. 8 seconds left. They got to get one more shot on. Lassard couldn't get it. Kept in there. Nothing going. And that was Tessier. Couldn't keep it. Wow, we got a treat of a game here, Kyle. 1-1 after 2. Velez scoring on the shorthanded, and then Libby finding a space between Velez and the net and scoring. We are tied up 1-1.
You know, for both teams, they got to be happy with the way that they played. I think Manchester would have liked to have kept their lead longer than 3 minutes, but for Pinkerton, they were happy to have some of their players back, and they will see what we can do for the saves and be back for the final 15, possibly for some of these seniors, their last game, possibly for their high school hockey career.
Well, it's been a thriller. Period 2 was much more balanced. Period 3 will be up next. We'll be back in a flash. Third period up next here, Manchester Public Television. The third period of action is underway. After this period, this could be the last period that some of these seniors play. This could be the last period of the season for one team, and one team will move on after this. Granted, we don't go to overtime, and which could be very possible with the way this game's going.
It certainly is a scary 15 minutes here as both teams really trying to want to come to play on Saturday here.
Yeah, the winner will come back here to JFK and play Londonderry, as that will be the site as Londonderry's home rink.
A lot of Lancers here as well. As I was over there in the corner, you can see that they're here checking things out, and they're sitting up high up above as well. And they're really getting a first-hand view of their future opponent. But for now,
yeah, they just played Manchester in their last game. They beat them 3-1. Londonderry did. A pass will connect over to Ryan Martin. Bring it up for Manchester. He goes. Nothing going there. Offside will stop play.
Not by much, Zach. Not by much, but the officials did see it that way, and we obviously will get a quick change, and that's just 30 seconds in that we're going to get Ty Adams, Connor Cunningham out on defense, along with Frank Tessier and also Jake Lassard doing the faceoff, and won by Pinkerton.
No penalty there. Chance now for the Astros. Shoots it right up on Velez. He'll make this stop. To refresh some of our viewers' memories here, no goals through the first period, 0-0 going into period 2. Then a short-handed goal on a breakaway from Joey Velez, and then sneaking by was Preston Libby to tie it back up. That was all in the second. The third is underway. We're still even at 1-1.
Face-off win by Ronan Connors, and he's really going to be having to step up, and look at that
nice centering pass
right there.
But nothing goes there as a lot of guys fell down, losing their balance there, as that was a huge opportunity for Pinkerton to take the lead. Another centering pass, nothing going there. Manchester needs to get it out of the zone.
Cunningham sends it over to Adams, and see what Adams can do in the corner.
They need a fresh breath. Sent across beautifully to Frank Tessier. Moving it over to Jake Lassard. Lassard off the boards. Tessier has it. Tessier attempted a pass, picked up by Owen Flynn, and it gets blocked. If you don't recall as well, Flynn had a really good chance to score. It was tugged a little bit. He had a rebound right and ready for him.
Caden Mack brothers right there deciding who was going to get the puck.
Overpass now. Here comes Preventure back out on the ice. Off of the stick and covered by Tommy Richards, who has been having a wonderful game in net for Pinkerton as well. Cam Velez playing very well as well for the Kings in net.
Well, a little extracurricular activities there, as Cade Tripp did not appreciate that, and see if that's going to be a storyline for the final 13 minutes and 19 seconds.
In the neutral zone, Tripp has it. And it goes off at the stick of Richards. Off the boards now, Pinkerton. And now back in the neutral zone, and we'll stop play again.
Unfortunately, it's a high stick, and Owen Flynn is coming off the ice, and see if he has gets spoken to at all. He's sitting right there, and Baker's right above him with Cade Tripp sitting down next to them. There, that line is needs to step up and make something happen here, but at the same time, they've kept it to a 1-1 game.
Wristed, turned away there by Velez. And now Tafe has it, sending it off of the stick of Nasora. Icing is called.
And he's not pleased with himself. He's looking down at the ice, kind of saying some choice words to, the referees, and just he needs to do better. He knows that for sure.
I want to say a special thank you to all the fans that have come out here for this playoff game. A lot and a big crowd here of students, parents, and fans of high school hockey.
Teachers as well.
Teachers as well. I have seen teachers. Big hit there. Nasora got the better of Zach Baker, I believe, there. Seemed like a very even hit, rather. A drive wide there from Tafe. No one playing defense. He can take those hard slap shots. Uh-oh, that could have been bad. Baker he nearly got that off of his own leg and put it into the net now, but he'll bring it up again, try to maybe get revenge for that. Baker centering pass, and it gets broken up there by Jake Lassard. Great defense there from number 11. Off the glass, dumped down by Tripp, and we'll have icing.
Joseph Phillips would love to get that centering feed again, as he was right in front of Velez and just kind of got it deflected away. And now 12-10 remaining, and again, Manchester's got to be careful here with another faceoff in their defensive zone.
Been a very evenly matched game from the blue line. Going wide.
And
Velez got to get back into the net here. He seemed a little off-centered. Here comes a nice pass from Tessier. Dumped away there. Shot taken there by Andrew McLaughlin. Nice hit there by Tessier. Off of the bench there is Preventure, no call.
Wow.
He laid it all out off of the netting and out of play. So
Zach Tripp came in, tried to deflect the puck. His arm kind of caused the interference of the play, and no call there. Is definitely feel like the Astros wanted that one for sure, and now we're going to get fresh legs all around here.
11:44 to play here in regulation. The draw, the tie-up, and now Manchester prevails. Now here comes a chance for Ryan Martin, and a good defense there from Dylan Jankowski to stop that. Off the boards, Tafe has it. Tried to send it up ice to Nasora, and it gets shoveled in there by William Ivers. And now here comes Joey Velez, trying to add on number 2. Shoots it high and wide off the glass. A drive from Tripp, going wide. Loose puck, picked up by Pinkerton. They'll try and get it out of their own zone, and it'll go up and out of play. It looked like it went in or around the Pinkerton bench.
Well, nice job by Ronan Connors, able to get that puck back out there as he was sitting on the back set of stairs, and saw the puck just go flying by him, and able to get up and hand it right to the officials. So faceoff will now come in the offensive zone for Manchester.
We'll see who wins the draw. It looked a little even there, and it's kept inside Manchester's zone. Loose puck. Where is it? And it's sprawling save. It looked to be the pad of Richards making the save behind the net.
Cade Tripp coming back and getting some revenge right there. I love to see it.
Cade going for it. Mack has it. Over to his brother. Cade, now Flynn, wrapping around behind the net. Nothing there. Cade Tripp with the puck back off the boards. Here's Mack. Shot it, blocked. Velez comes out and breaks up what could have been a breakaway there for Gavin Burrell. That's the right move by Kim Velez to be aggressive, come out of his crease and break that up. That, I gotta say, shot some adrenaline through me seeing that puck. Huge hats off, and the smart play made there by Cam Velez to come out of his crease, use his stick, and break it up. We'll have a draw inside the zone of Manchester.
And number 7 here for Pinkerton has been not in the right spot. Preston Libby, there's a reason why.
Now he's going to have to take the draw.
See how he's...
And he wins it. Off the boards, rattling around, and we'll go onto the stick of Andrew McLaughlin. Off of Lassard. Here comes Lassard.
They're saying it's in. The official
it's in. They're going to give it to Lassard. Tessier lost it, and Lassard scores for the time being. It's 2-1 Manchester. We'll see if the refs will deliberate. The net came off the moorings here, but it looks to be that Manchester has the lead back. And the net's still off the moorings here, Kyle, but
they are
we don't
not
know.
Pleased right now, as the coach is absolutely adamant that that was forced into play. And yes, the goalie does not want to touch that, because
that's for dramatic effect there. Tommy Richards doesn't want to bring the net back. But if I'm Coach Chabot, I'm doing all I can to protest this. Now he's going to have a word with one of the referees. And, man, this is going to be a huge talking and what could be the turning point of this game.
Yeah, we got Alex Hall from the Union Leader. His fingers are going frantically writing about this right now. And I know that Levine's Live Shots is here. And, boy, what a crazy moment here, Zach, to allow Manchester to get that goal.
Lassard has given the lead back for Manchester. Tessier nearly turned it over. Lassard had it and brought it all the way down towards the net, and it found its way in. A lot of unconventional goals here. Tessier through Richards, if you remember, Libby's goal kind of snuck in. And that one may have snuck its way in. We couldn't really tell there were so many players in the way. But with the signal of the ref calling that a goal. Wrap around and is denied. Trying to get the equalizer, kicked away there by Velez. Pinkerton nearly just sent it back to 2-2, Kyle. I mean, they're playing with some passion now that they think that that goal should have been disallowed. We'll have icing.
You know how it is, Zach. The team that gets disrespected will come back even harder than what they were playing with before. And Pinkerton is not pleased right now. They're going to see if they can pull the red like Michael Jordan and get back into this game.
I don't blame them, but maybe that balances out what could have been a holding that would have maybe been a goal for Owen Flynn earlier. Nonetheless, it's 2-1. The hometown Kings, as Rich McDonough would say, have the lead here, 2-1, in this opening round of the playoffs. Pasek gets off of Nasora, but now bringing it up now comes the son, Zach Baker, off of his backhand, and now Tafe has it. Bringing it up now. Ryan Martin getting it out of the zone, into the neutral zone, and he gets hit there by Baker and goes down.
Ew, he was like a Texas ribs getting rubbed out right there, was Martin.
Off of the glass. Sent up. Open ice collision. And another open ice collision. Players want to call. Prevention to the net. Turned away. Loose puck rebound. Nothing. Going wide. Manchester will keep it in the zone. Pinkerton playing more physical here, Kyle.
It's kind of weird. The refs are letting them play, and there's some calls that, both teams feel like there should have been a penalty as Cade Tripp gets taken down right there. And, he's injured right now, getting up a little bit slower. And
another big hit. We're going to have a penalty. Hand is up, maybe. That's a penalty. No, that wouldn't be a penalty. My apologies.
Owen Flynn
turned over. Here comes Preventure, giving it to Tripp. Can he get it? Nothing. Man, the boys want a penalty real bad, especially Adam Hood. His arm keeps going up. They want a penalty. Lassard, pass, nothing there. No call now. They're letting the boys play here, Kyle.
It's a tough thing, as you know that there should be some penalties, and a missed opportunity right there through the legs.
No offsides. That's Ty Adams coming right off the bench. And now Tripp is just getting is just fighting there. Here's Adams, wrister, gloved.
7:46 to go, and Zach, this is only going to get wilder here with the fans and the players here with feeling that things should have been called, and they have not been. And we'll get a face-off in the offensive zone for Manchester after a late line change by Pinkerton.
Getting fresh guys out there is big as, man, Cade Tripp having a real physical time out there on the ice. Going right towards the puck, Andrew McLaughlin was, but it gets sent around the boards. And now, it'll be picked up by Justin Howell. Moving it over off the boards and sent up by Ty Adams. The puck will go around Richard's net. He has it with his stick. And he left it there for Howell. Loose puck, now picked up. Couldn't get off of Martin's stick. Now, I mean, it's just been fighting for possession here these last couple of minutes. Ty Adams has it. Too much on that pass. Manchester will get it out of the zone, back near the neutral zone, bringing it back in here for Pinkerton. That was Justin Howell, calling his name a lot recently. Uh-oh!
Could see that coming.
That went right over our camera, and that would have been an expensive shot going out of play.
You know, it only makes sense as I did get hit with your dad last year in the camera.
Really?
And to know that I'm now with his son, it only kind of, comes full circle here.
I was not aware of that, but that is interesting. They're going to kick Velez out and bring in Martin to take the draw. Pinkerton wins it. Wrist shot kicked away there by Velez. Great reflexes there by Cam. And now, here comes Libby. Libby looking for a second. Great breakup by Adams. And this time he couldn't squeak it through. He shot it off the dressing of the net. And now Libby trying to get it going again, and it gets broken up by Ryan Martin.
He is their most explosive offensive player for sure. And Manchester's got to make sure that they do not allow him to get some open space again.
Cam Velez has had cat-like reflexes in this game. Cam the Cat, I'm going to start calling him.
Meow.
Felix the Cat Potvin of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now the puck will get rolled down for icing.
6:13 to go, Zach.
I'm still trying to recover. I'm still trying to recover from that puck. I mean, I saw it come through, and no offense, I was like, don't hit the camera. Kyle will recover. I didn't want it to hit anybody. Rather, I'm glad it didn't hit any of the folks that are also up in the press over here.
Yeah, there's certainly a number of us up here, and definitely felt like we had a bad spot, but it's all good. We're back into the action, and see what Pinkerton can do with getting the puck down low, but Mac Tripp is there.
Moving it over to Tafe. Having those two on a defensive line is just real nice to have those two have some comfort them back out on the blue line.
Well, seniors, they are obviously, this is a big game for them.
Out of play is the call. I think Jack Crowell tried to glove it.
Yeah, he tried, but unfortunately it just does not end up with the assistant Max Campbell.
One thing I've realized about all the coaches here for Manchester is they kind of all dress the same, so it's hard to decipher who's who from up here.
Johnny Cash made a lot of money and a great living with being the man in black, and so aren't the Manchester coaches. See what the Ring of Fire can do here.
Right back and off of the glass.
Trying to
dump down there by Lessard, down towards the blue line. Tafe trying to set something up. Lessard already has a goal. He snuck one by to give the Kings the lead here. It's 2-1 Manchester over Pinkerton. Less than 5.5 minutes left to go here in period number 3. Wristed wide there from the stick of Mac Tripp. And now racing for it to get back his Tripp, and will be icing as Crowell couldn't get down there in time.
At first, I thought he was going to get a golden opportunity, Zach, as he was the senior was skating hard, but instead he ends up being an icing, and Mac Tripp will take a seat on the bench, and will be now Ty Adams and Connor Cunningham doing the defensive work, and Joey Velez off the faceoff tried to take a shot, but it got blocked, and now Pinkerton trying to clear the zone. Look at this.
They'll send it back to the blue line now. Velez with the puck. Tried to set something up towards the net, and the puck will get away from Ty Adams. And now slipping and falling there, I believe.
Yeah,
It was Barbarossa.
The freshman kind of losing his edge, and was able to take care of things as it was an icing anyway, and kind of worked out for his advantage.
I
And
think Pinkerton's missing the presence of Elijah Sharp, who is not active for this game. A senior forward must be one of their better players. And that could be something they're missing.
Joey Velez was kicked out of the face-off circle there,
Again.
and Martin.
Feed it over to Nasora. Here comes Johnny Boy. He'll dump it down, and it's chased by him and Dylan Jankowski. Around Canton. Excuse me, Martin. Canton's not in the game. Back to Tripp. Wrists it off the Brady Sullivan advertisement on the board, and a slap shot that goes off of Richards. Here's a nice move. Barbarossa wrists it wide. Libby back around behind the net. Libby will keep it in, and then now gets picked up by Martin, and he lost the puck. Libby scores! Number 2 for Preston has tied it up for Pinkerton.
Unbelievable, Zach, to see that Manchester had a chance to clear the zone. It did not happen, and look what happened. The man I was saying could be the issue here, and Preston Libby able to score his second of the game, and now back to 2-2, 4:15 to go in this contest, at least in regulation. Still got 159 minutes of battery life, Zach, so we can see what we can do here.
I can't believe that Libby did it again. They laid them too much space. Centering pass down low, and it gets picked up here by Pinkerton with all of the momentum on their side. Joseph Phillips, and it goes off the stick and into the glove of Cam Velez.
Don't make any mistakes anymore, guys. You got your mistake out of the way. It cost you, and now it's all about getting the lead back, as Manchester has had the lead, or it's been tied the whole entire game, and you don't want to ruin it on your own ice.
Shot gets blocked, maybe a breakaway chance, and diving to maybe have something there, but Baker was there to retain the puck for Pinkerton.
Sent down deep here for Red.
And now brought up by Tessier.
Frank's got
Drives
some space.
by the other 10, that's Joseph Phillips with his speed. Under 3.5 minutes left. Pinkerton has tied it back up. It's 2-2. A drive going off the boards there from Connor Cunningham.
Big battle down here. A lot of large, strong players trying to get it. Oh,
Nothing going there. Provencher was ready for it. Tripp off the boards, but kind of gave it right to Pinkerton. Libby in stride, they don't go to him. A shot blocked by Tripp using his body, not even flinching to keep his body in the way, blocking that one there. Tafe trying to corral the puck with his stick and his skates. And Provencher will dump it down for Manchester.
coming off the ice really quickly was Owen Flynn.
Big hit, open ice there by Ryan Martin. Velez, nothing there. Martin in the slot, backhander will go wide.
Rebound, but it's going to be finally.
And he's got it on his stick. Under his glove, rather, is Thomas Richards to cover. 2:36 left. We're bringing you a beauty here of a game from Manchester Public Television. Zach Johnston and Kyle Heavey here at the JFK Memorial Coliseum. Manchester Pinkerton playoff hockey. It's been a thriller. You can see why these two guys so evenly matched playing here in this playoff matchup.
Again, they're decided by.
Double chance, it'll go away. Just wide of the net. Real close there for Manchester to try to get back on top. Racing for the puck, there's Joey Velez. And he continues to pester after getting beat. Martin, nothing going for him. And it gets set up by Ronan Connors. The captain gets hit by Velez. Another captain versus captain action as he hit him into the boards. Nearing the 2-minute mark. Here comes Tafe. Off the glass. Rebound, Tessier, blocked there by Dylan Clifford, an alternate captain of this team. Through the legs of Tripp. It could have been worse there if Gavin Burwell was in a different position. But nonetheless, Tripp has it back. Tripp's always all over the ice. I don't really think he has a set position on that blue line. He's really all over the place.
Reminds me of Zdeno Chara in his prime, just being out there for so much time.
Oh, couldn't keep it in keep it on sides rather there. Uh-oh. Ty Adams just hit Michael Saab on the bench with the puck.
Poor sophomore just trying to stay on the bench, wait for his time on the ice. Instead, he gets it in the rib cage.
No regard there by Ty Adams. I don't even think he noticed that he just hit an opponent there.
And now
he's okay. Well, we are nearing the 1 minute mark. 1:26 left here, Kyle. In period number 3, we'll have a neutral zone draw.
It's a big, it almost could have been in the Manchester zone. It was very close. Oh, stolen here.
Libby. Libby getting around Adams. Off the back of the net. Libby, what a game he's had. 2 goals, both of them for Pinkerton.
See if they
Fighting for the puck. Martin going away. Joey Velez dropping it back. Off from Adams, off Nasora. Less than a minute left to go here in period number 3. We're evened up at 2-2. What a treat for this game we've had. Velez clapping it away. Nasora trying to get the puck. They'll give it over. Here's a chance. Nothing there. Back in the neutral zone. Recovering it is Ty Adams. Whiffs there on that attempted dump. Barbarossa will send it. Cam Velez with his stick will drop it back for Ty Adams. High and up and will stay in play. Adams. Around. Under 30 seconds now. Here comes Martin. He'll dump it. Nothing. No icing. Fresh set of legs out here for Manchester. Sticks hitting glass as the puck goes high out. Picked up now by Pinkerton. Off the boards. Corralling it there is Tafe. He'll send it down, and down goes the clock here in regulation.
sent down, and why not, you know?
Well, that will do it for regulation. We get some free hockey, overtime in playoffs, leaving it all out on the line. The stakes haven't been higher this season for both of these teams. So overtime will be upon us. Last overtime game we saw here on Manchester Public Television was Trinity versus North Souhegan, I believe. Was that was the team they played, North Souhegan?
Yes, that was North Souhegan.
Yes, on their senior night.
And now it looks like we're going to have an intermission break, Zach. I wasn't sure if we were going to because we didn't in the last game. And now, yeah, like you said.
Might be different playoff rules here. So we'll go to overtime, a fourth period here. What a thriller we've been able to cover. We'll be back for overtime on Manchester Public Television. Overtime is upon us here in this playoff game between Pinkerton and Manchester. We're all knotted up at 2-2. The goals for Manchester were scored on the penalty kill by Joey Velez and then by Jake Lassard. Both goals for Pinkerton scored by Preston Libby, who is not out on the ice to start the overtime, as we will see Joseph Phillips take the face-off against Joey Velez.
Zach, in the words of Phil Collins, I can feel it calling in the air tonight, and we're going to see what's going to happen here. We've got to hold on.
Well, some of these guys have been waiting for this moment their whole lives to be in this situation. Overtime, high school varsity hockey playoffs, sudden death, a drive, going wide of the net, and here comes Pinkerton, their first, no, maybe not. Maybe not their first offensive rush here of overtime.
We're going to have to wait a few minutes longer here as Ryan Martin able to throw that back down. And a quick change here from Manchester as I hear Coach Baker underneath us saying, get out there, don't be the hero.
Here comes Pinkerton, wristed off of Velez. Rebound there, taken by Tafe. Well, here comes Libby, giving it back. Wrist shot that gets blocked out in front. And now a puck into the glove of Velez. Both goalies, Cam Velez and Tommy Richards, have played superbly in this game here, Kyle.
And that was a heck of a shot there by Dylan to get that in from the far side of the defensive area, right beyond the blue line. And now to get a face-off in, winning is the Astros.
Shot wide, Tafe going for it. And he gets hit, and then he got kind of hit from behind by Tripp, who went down. We'll hope that Tafe is all right. He gets back up onto his feet.
I think just fresh ice here.
Wrist shot turned away and out of play. Yes, fresh ice.
Fresh ice certainly makes things a lot slicker here, as some fans are appreciating that they're able to get that puck. It's not like the TD Garden, but it's still kind of a cool feeling to get that puck.
These fans, oh, we got something on the ice. Nothing, no stoppage for it because the puck hadn't
I
dropped
think it's
yet.
just tape. I'm
It might
not
be
sure.
like the knob or something. Doesn't matter here. They're not going to really worry about it that much. They'll probably take it off when play is stopped. The puck gets dumped down here by Andrew McLaughlin off the boards. It gets picked up by Shea Flinton. And now is brought off ice here by Pinkerton. Here comes Libby off the boards and into the glove of Cam Velez. Down low is kind of getting some flashbacks with Libby on that blocker side of Cam Velez, on which he snuck one through to tie it back up 1-1 for Pinkerton with his first goal in the second period.
Camden Preventure as well as Owen Flynn out here, so some young players.
And they'll kick Flynn out of the circle, and it will be Preventure taking the draw. Pinkerton with the possession towards the blue line. It gets dumped down and no one there as there was a little bit of a collision on the ice.
I felt like Mac just took out a number of Astros with his size, and it worked out, but now Manchester's still got to clear this zone.
The puck will slide its way down. Icing is the call. We'll have another face-off in the offensive zone for the Astros.
And now, and just like that, another change, and we'll have Velez, Nazora, and big number Connor Cunningham out there for some newer players along with Ty Adams. So face-offs are crucial as, again, that shorty early in the second period
Came
was
off the
big.
draw.
Yeah, off the draw, and that's exactly where you can start the offensive play is with the face-offs.
Martin dumps it down, chasing his Nasora in full speed like he always does. Here comes Pinkerton off the boards and in the neutral zone. It gets sent back off of the boards, and it kind of went in and out of Martin, and it dropped back down onto the playing surface.
Pinkerton feeling good right here, getting the puck down low quickly.
Behind the net. Trying to wrap it around. Nothing there. Rebound. Save. Rebound. Save. Velez standing on his head there for his team.
Wow.
Cam Velez making the stops.
Quality chances right there for Pinkerton, and Velez was able to just keep being in the right spot.
Back around chance. Nassar couldn't collect it on his stick. Here comes Gavin Burwell, and it gets blocked there by Tripp. Here comes Tafe off of the Tripp block, sending it down with his backhand.
Thing is, there's a
Tessier just hit hard on the boards, and he's a little slow to get up. A turnover there. Taking it there was Andrew McLaughlin. Lassard dumping it. And it will get picked up now by John Barbarossa. McLaughlin puck towards the blue line will go into the neutral zone. And directed out of play. Not towards us this time.
I don't know if that went into the Manchester locker room or not. No, it's right in front of the women's room.
Nice gentleman in a Red Sox hat with the puck.
And we'll get a face-off outside of the offensive zone.
We'll have a draw in the neutral zone. Here's Tripp. Oh, he nearly had it. They want to avoid getting Preston Libby having him with the puck as much as possible. But here he comes. Here comes Libby. And it gets broken up, I believe. Tripp might have stopped that from getting any worse. Into the neutral zone and dumped down off of the boards. Brought up here by Zach Baker, son of Jeremy Baker, head coach of the Kings. Baker. Centering pass. Pinkerton trying to win it, and the puck will go away wide. Again, folks, it is overtime, sudden death, 2-2 tie. Pinkerton and Manchester fighting for the puck right in front of the Pinkerton bench, and we will stop play.
Offside, Zach.
Last thing these teams want to do is commit a penalty.
No, exactly, and that's why this is a big thing right here. Great job by Coach Baker's son to be able to bring that puck into the zone, and Zachary doing as a defenseman seems to have a lot of offensive skill here.
Off of our near boards, sent down, chasing it is Martin. Martin trying to get it on his stick with Nasora by him, and he's pestered there. Nasora with the puck on his stick will send it over. Joey Velez trying to go for it, but it's pinned there by Jack Crowell. And now Pinkerton looking to get something going again. Velez got his stick on the puck, and it goes off of Martin's stick, redirected and dumped down by Jack Croa.
Zach, it's kind of tough. Both teams are wanting line changes quickly, but it doesn't give much time to get things situated if you're changing out so much. But again, we are over 5 minutes into this overtime, so now we've played 50 minutes of hockey.
Yeah, the nerves are high here, and the adrenaline is up, especially in myself, as the puck will slide its way down. I think the last, and I might be wrong, but I think the last game that I did that went into extra time was my first ever broadcast. It was Sweeney Baseball, and I believe it went like 16 innings.
18, Zach.
18 innings.
18 innings.
And you weren't even there, and you know, that's impressive. Well, we'll have a draw one there.
I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, it must have been a long one to edit there. And it gets dumped down around behind the net. Nice hit there by Zach Baker. Kept in by Tafe. Around, going for the puck there is Andrew McLaughlin. And back onto the stick of Barbarossa. Up to Libby. Watch out, here comes Preston Libby. Libby trying to win it, and it'll get directed away. Connors. Big hit there by Mac Tripp. The boys loving it on the Manchester bench. Here comes Tafe. Long pass onto the stick of Jake Lassard with two defenders in front of him. It goes off the pad there of Richards. Kept in by Tafe. Tafe with a nice move. Cade Tripp going for the puck. Tried to go through his legs, but he couldn't get the pass to finish. Provencher rips one. Held there by Richards. 8:46 left in overtime. 2-2 tie.
Cade not making very many friends right now with anyone in a red jersey as he sent Dylan into the goal mounting, and his brother Max stepping up for him, and now, you know, I know that he's getting a stink eye from Gavin Burwell right now. Let's see if they're both not on sides right now, so.
Face off. Who's got it? Manchester's got it. Shot goes just wide there by Flynn. Flynn off the boards. Cade going for the puck. And and a big hit there. He hit Clifford real well. Flynn going for the puck. Here's Tripp. And a save by Richards.
Wow, oh wow. Getting that and ripping that in, and great job by Richards to make that save. And now we have a full line change for Pinkerton as their starting offense will take the ice here.
Face off.
And now
And
Pinkerton getting thrown out, so Ronan will.
all right.
And Preston Libby now will take the face-off versus Velez.
And Velez wins it. Puck down low. Threw it towards two Astros players. Goes off the glass. Slides down the ice.
Oh my goodness! The referees absolutely make a bad call as Cam Velez had played it, and they need to.
Wow.
They should be having the face-off over here.
Icing's the call. I don't know if it can be changed. I guess not.
Yeah, this is
So a turn of events. But we'll have a face-off, and Pinkerton will win it when it's all said and done, but it'll be in their zone. It's sent over to Barbarossa. Kept on sides there by Velez. Here comes Martin off of the back of the boards and held by Richards. But, man, that was an interesting call there to call that icing.
You know, we don't wear the zebra attire. We don't wear stripes.
Nope.
It's only so much you can do. The referees get paid to be here. They are supposed to know the game of hockey more than the coaches and the players.
Libby was there, and now Velez had it. Here comes Libby again, and it gets broken up there by Lucas Tafe.
My goodness, that was a close one on Velez.
I just dropped my clipboard in, I guess, awe there.
And now
I think you may have heard from the fans here in their gasp of what could have been an unfortunate turn of events for Manchester, as both these teams have played their hearts out, and in even more in extra time in overtime. 7:42 left to go.
And now, Londonderry's loving things because these boys are just tiring each other out to try to get to face the number 2 ranked team, or seeded team, excuse me.
And we'll have an icing this time against Manchester. Will go in there.
Something that they got to work on is not icing the puck so much here. As I understand that you're trying to get it out of the zone, and I guess it kind of works, but you're not going to win every single face-off.
Velez will have another face-off. So when Pinkerton played Londonderry last was on the 28th of January. They lost just 5-4 to them, and then they played them and lost 8-2. So that matchup that could potentially be in store on Saturday if Pinkerton wins it here in overtime. Manchester, also we have seen them play Londonderry, lost to them. Last game we saw of them, they lost 3-1. And that may have been the only time they played them this year, and that is the case.
Another face-off here in the offensive zone for Pinkerton, 3 in a row. And like I said, face-offs are huge. Sliding out, and that works, but still Manchester, the puck goes back behind the net. And
Tafe wanted a long pass, but decided to do sort of a stutter step move and move it over to Lassard, who has scored already. Lassard with a nice move, dump it around behind the net, trying to generate something here offensively for his team. And he gets checked there hard by Joseph Phillips. Tessier going for the puck, but Shea Flinton did a good job of keeping the puck on his side. And now they will connect with Jack Crowell, sending it down. A long overtime here, Kyle.
Yeah, we 6:40 to go, and feels like did this all over again.
They wanted an opportunity, but couldn't get it. That was Crowell. They want communication. Gloved and held by Velez. Just under 6.5 minutes left to play here in overtime. I believe, would they go to overtime, a double overtime?
Yeah, we're just going to be here all night, possibly, Zach.
Could be. As the men's league's playing after this, they'll have to wait.
Yeah, they're out here in the corners watching these games. In my walk around, I was noticing that they can't really even do anything.
Oh, they dropped the puck as they were still line changing, but Pinkerton deep into Manchester zone, trying to set something up. Centering pass, they score! Pinkerton wins it in overtime. It's over for Manchester. The Astros have won it. 3-2 the final in overtime.
Ronan Connors, the captain, gets the game winner with 6:17 to go. And we're going to look at a lot of things in this game, Zach. And Lucas Tafe was absolutely just sat on in the defensive zone and not pleased with how that goes. He's getting a hug right there.
Zach Baker helping him out here. And well, we'll shout out the seniors for this Manchester team, and this will have been their last game in high school hockey. Huge thanks to the seniors of this Manchester team. Joey Velez, the captain. Andrew Blaze, a forward. They've also got Adam Hood, senior defenseman. Lucas Tafe, the alternate captain, forward and defenseman. We saw him play. Michael Blair, defenseman. Mac Tripp, alternate captain, defenseman. That is the seniors, I do believe, for this Manchester team that have come out, put their blood, sweat, and tears into this team, and a heartbreaking way for their season to come to a close here in the opening round of the playoffs. They fall 3-2 in overtime to Pinkerton, but what a game we were treated to watch here, Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give your credit to Pinkerton. They were able to come back after being down each time. And all it took was the last goal, and Pinkerton moves on to face their arch rival in Londonderry Saturday here at the JFK Memorial Coliseum.
This will be the home of round 2 as, Londonderry will face number 10 Pinkerton, upsetting Manchester here at JFK. So what a win here for the Astros to take down the Kings in overtime.
Yeah, I've had a chance to call a lot of these players, and you can see the Baker boys below us right here getting a picture together as, a Zach is going to be doing dishes for some time now, I think, after this contest. But I know that Jeremy will be right back here rooting for his son on Saturday. And, only so much you can do here with, Manchester. You get the seed, you get the home ice, the 7 seed, and just a tough way to end things here.
Well, the seniors soaking it all in to end it here. And we were treated once again to one heck of a game. Hats off to all the players on this Manchester Kings team. Joey Velez, Mac Tripp, Lucas Tafe, the captains of this squad. Head coach Jeremy Baker. Also assistants Eric Fisher, Mac Tafe, and Ken Roberge. What a season for them. They finished 9-9, host a playoff game, fall just short of round 2 to Pinkerton.
Yeah, you can see that a lot of these players know each other so well, and to see Lucas really having a tough go of things, Mac is helping him out. As again, you hate to be out on the ice and to give up the final goal, and to know that he's been such a huge part, him and his family, for Manchester hockey, whether it be with Central or any of the teams. It's a tough thing, and he'll have to skate off one last time as being on the wrong side of things.
Well, what a game again. I mean, these guys coming out and putting all of their work, school practices, coming out, competing. Manchester had a stretch of 4 straight losses to Nashua, North Sauhegan, Keene, Exeter, and Hanover. Won 3 straight against North Sauhegan, Bedford, and South Pelham. Then they dropped 2. It was sort of a back-and-forth season. They dropped 2 to BG and Berlin-Gorham. Then their 11-2 win against Bishop Brady is what I think really propelled them into the playoffs. Then they beat Bow. That's when they knew that this team was going to be a playoff team. And they fell to Londonderry to end their year, but nonetheless, they hosted a playoff game. Huge step forward in this program for Coach Baker's Kings. And I got to say, it was a treat to cover high school hockey this year. Trinity and the boys and the girls for Manchester. Huge treat here to sign us off one last time, courtesy of Manchester Public Television. Myself, Zach Johnston, and Kyle Heavey. What a game this was. Manchester falls 3-2 in overtime to Pinkerton. So to sign us out one last time, Zach Johnston, Kyle Heavey from Manchester Public Television. What a season for the Kings. They fall just short. We'll see you again for Manchester Public Television. Have a great rest of your night.